Morning, students. Now we have started a chapter that is conic section from first paper, and in last lecture we have learned about the parts of the conic, that is sections of a conic, or the definition of conic section, that is what is mean by conic section. Okay, the sections of the cone are known as conic sections, and we have learned it, that is how to find out these sections from the double right circular cone. That is, if we have two cones then, and they are exactly opposite to each other, then how to find out their sections. Okay, so these are the double right circular cones. I have told you their point of intersection is called as vertex V. Okay, these two lines are called as generators, due to which the cone is generated. The line which is passing through the centers of these two circles and passing through the vertex or perpendicular to it is called as axis of the cone, and these two parts of the cone are known as napes. Okay, and here if we take intersection of the plane with the cone in different angles, then we get different parts. Okay, and these parts are known as conic sections. Okay, so this is the parabola. If we take vertical intersection, do you remember the diagrams which we have seen in last lecture? If we take the vertical intersection, then the parts obtained are called hyperbolas, like this one. So these are the some parts of conic, out of which the three main parts are. Circle is also one of the important part, but we have learned about circle specially, and we are studying circle from 6th or 7th standard. Now in this chapter we are going to learn about a special types of conic section, that is parabola. I have explained you this one also. If the eccentricity E is equal to 1, then the conic section obtained is called as parabola. If the eccentricity is less than 1, then the section obtained is called ellipse. And if the eccentricity E is greater than 1, then the conic section obtained is called as hyperbola. The rough diagrams of the parabola, hyperbola and ellipse are, this is the diagram of parabola. Okay, these shapes are used in bulbs of vehicles. Then the next part is ellipse. Ellipse, that is, you know that our Earth's orbit is an elliptical orbit, and hence this concept is used when we launch the satellites in the elliptical orbit of the Earth. And then the next part one is hyperbola. Hyperbola is used to navigate the objects in sea. That is, the hyperbolas are used for the navigation of the objects on the ships or in military. So these are the very important and special uses of these conic sections are there. I have told you these uses, that you don't think that what is mean by this conic section and why we are learning about it. So don't worry about it that it is any useless topic. It is very important topic. Now today first we are going to learn about the first conic, that is parabola. First we will define parabola. So what is the definition of parabola? Now students, if you remember the definition of conic section, then the same definition of parabola is there, only we make a change in case of that ratio. Okay, what is the definition of then parabola? Parabola is the locus of a point in a plane. Okay, this is the point in a plane, you can take it anywhere. This is the locus, a point in a plane, such that the ratio of its distance, okay, from a fixed point to a fixed line is always constant. Okay, is always constant. So let us consider, and that constant ratio is 1. That constant ratio is 1. So I repeat this definition again. Parabola is the locus of a point in a plane, okay, such that the ratio of its distances from a fixed point to its distance from a fixed line is constant and is equal to 1. So, since this ratio is 1, its meaning is that SP by PM is equal to 1. That is, SP is equal to PM. I repeat the definition again. Here, Pxy is any point in the plane, then parabola is the locus such that, or P is the point on the locus of the parabola such that the ratio of its distances from the fixed point S to its distance from a fixed line D is constant and it is 1. Here the fixed point S is called focus. Okay, the fixed line D is called directrix. You can pronounce it directrix also, isn't it? And the constant ratio E is called eccentricity. Okay, where from this diagram we can say that this constant or fixed ratio of the point, that is distance of the point P from a fixed point S to its distance from a fixed line D is always constant, okay, and is equal to E, and in case of parabola this E has value 1, that is SP by PM is equal to 1, that is we can have, or we can write SP is equal to PM. That is what? The distance of the point P from a fixed point S is equal to its distance from a fixed line or directrix D. That is SP and PM are equal. That is, if SP is 2, then PM is also 2, for example. So this is the particular characteristic of the parabola, that is SP is equal to PM. So let us see how to derive the standard equation of the parabola. So it is very important and very easy how to derive the standard equation of the parabola. Standard equation of parabola. Okay. So here our statement is that equation of the parabola in standard form is y square is equal to 4ax. That is, we want to derive this equation. So how to derive it? Let us see there. Let us have a diagram for that one. Let us see here. This is the fixed line. Now here we consider x-axis and take a fixed point S on it. Okay. Now there is a fixed point S. Okay, and let us have a fixed line D negative x-axis -1 origin O. This line is perpendicular and take any point P on the conic or that students, let us see how to draw this diagram. Okay, so this is the perpendicular distance of the point P. Okay, and this is the fixed distance from the fixed point, say S, SP, and this is the perpendicular distance. Perpendicular is M, so PM is the perpendicular distance of the point P from the fixed line D, which is known as directrix. Here S is focus, and we take this point A in such a way that here the distance OS should be like that one here. For the purpose of distance, I am making these changes, okay, because I want to take this distance, that is this one and this one same. For that one, M same S, and we take OS purposefully, that is A. Therefore, S has coordinates, and here we take a point Z whose distance OZ is again A, but since Z lies to the left side of y axis, therefore its coordinate, that is on negative x axis, hence it is minus, coordinates are minus A 0. Now here, according to the definition of parabola, we have SP is equal to PM, or SP by PM is equal to 1, isn't it? Because here E is equal to 1. Now, since S is a fixed point on the x-axis, its coordinates are A0, okay? And here, because we choose S and Z in such a way that OS is equal to OZ, that is, O is midpoint of SZ, isn't it? And coordinates of S and Z are isn't it? P is any point on the locus whose coordinates are say x and y. M is foot of the perpendicular and which is on the directrix D. Now since the directrix D is passing through the point, which point? Z minus A 0. Therefore, and it is parallel to the y axis, therefore equation of directrix is what? X is equal to minus A, since it is parallel to y axis. Therefore, the standard form is x is equal to h. Therefore, x is equal to minus A. That is, equation of the directrix is x plus A is equal to 0. This is the equation of the directrix. Now, if you remember that in 11th standard, we have learned about finding the perpendicular distance of the line from a point. So, here distance of the directrix, let us use this one. Here, distance of the directrix D, this one, from a fixed point P, isn't it, is given by PM, and PM is given by what? PM is equal to, now PM is equal to mod of AX plus BY plus C upon under root A square plus B square. But if we compare this equation with Ax plus By plus C is equal to 0, then we get what we get? Coefficient of x, that is A is equal to 1, coefficient of y, that is B, there is no y, therefore coefficient of y should be 0, and what is C? C is equal to A, isn't it? So substituting the values, we get perpendicular distance PM is equal to modulus of, here A is equal to 1, so 1 into x plus 0 into y and plus C, rather than C, what is that constant term C? It is A, therefore is equal to A upon under root A square, that is 1 square, plus B square, that is 0 square. Okay, so here we can write PM is equal to mod of x plus 0 y0 and plus A upon 1. Therefore, PM is equal to, we can have Pm is equal to mod of x plus a, that is distance Pm is equal to this one. Let us see, this is equation number 1. Now we have to find out the next thing, but before that I want to explain this one. What is that? Here our diagram is what you can see there. First let us study the diagram, then we will see. Here we actually find out the distance Pm. Pm is equal to mod of x plus a. Now look at this Sp. We have both the coordinates of S and P. So by using distance formula we can find out the distance Sp also. Therefore Sp is equal to under root x2 minus x1, that is here x minus a. Look at here students, x2 minus x1. So here let us see, this is x2 and this is x1. Okay, so x2 minus x1, and similarly y2 minus y1, and we have to write down the bracket square here. Let us see, first we will finish this one, y2 minus y1. So x2 minus x1 bracket square plus y2 minus y1, but y1 is 0, isn't it? Therefore Sp is equal to under root x minus a bracket square plus y square. Say equation number 2. Now students, if you remember that I have told you in the very first of this chapter, since the eccentricity E is 1 in case of parabola, therefore we can have from the property of the parabola that here Sp is equal to Pm. Sp is equal to Pm. So here we can have, or we can write, let us consider the another page, Sp is equal to Pm. Students, I forget actually to told you one more very important thing is that we have the ratio, that is Sp upon Pm, which is a constant ratio and we denote it by E. Okay, so from this ratio we obtained one equation, Sp is equal to E into Pm. This equation is called as focus directrix property, focus directrix property of the ellipse, of the conic section. So it is valid for all the conics, parabola, ellipse and hyperbola. Remember that one. This equation is called as the focus directrix property of the conic section, that is Sp is equal to E into Pm. Remember that one. This equation is very important when we are going to solve the standard equation of the conic section. So this is very important equation which is called as focus directrix property. Since here the focus is used S and perpendicular distance from the directrix D, that is Pm. So here in case of parabola, if you remember that by definition of parabola we have just defined parabola SP into PM is equal to and is equal to 1. From this one, we are by using the focus directrix property, we get SP is equal to PM. But if you remember that just we have mentioned from distance formula, SP is equal to x minus a bracket square plus y square, and the perpendicular distance PM is equal to x plus a. So to remove square root and modulus sign, okay, we have to square both the sides. So squaring both the sides, we can write here. So here, as we square cancel square root and we get only what, x minus a bracket square plus y square, and due to the square, modulus sign get removed and we can write in this way. Now squaring it, x square plus, there is negative sign, so we take the sign of the middle term, that is twice ax plus a square plus y square is equal to x square plus twice ax plus a square. Therefore, here which terms can we cancel from both the sides? Yes, x square, x square. Now, a square also. So collect the remaining terms to the LHS y square and shift this twice ax to the right side. So minus becomes plus and we get these two same terms, that is y square is equal to twice ax, that is 4ax. And this is nothing but our required standard equation of the parabola. So see students, how many steps we require? Only these few steps are required for proving this one. But what is the important thing? First we have to find out here SP, that is the distance between the focus and the point P which lies on the locus of the parabola, and PM, the perpendicular distance of the directrix D from the point P on the locus. Okay, and then by using the focus directrix property, SP is equal to PM, we can find out the equation of the parabola, and in case of parabola E is equal to 1, therefore we get only SP is equal to PM, isn't it? So here we get in this way the standard equation of the parabola. I want to tell you one more thing which is very important here. Let us have a look on this diagram. I want to explain you this diagram again. If you understand the diagram, then you can derive the equation of the parabola very easily. Here let us consider first a fixed line, okay, on which we take a fixed point, say yes, okay, in this way, and there is a point, another point which is also a fixed point O, and we draw a line perpendicular through O to this first fixed line in such a way that their point of intersection is that O, and in such a way that the distance of the point S from O is A. So both the fixed lines are called as the axis, and the first fixed line, that is horizontal, is named as x-axis and the vertical as y-axis. Now we choose another point Z to the left side of O in such a way that OS is equal to OZ, or O should be the midpoint of that SZ, isn't it? Therefore OZ is equal to also A, and since it is on negative x-axis, coordinates are minus a 0, okay. And here we consider any point P on the conic section, say xy, and distance of the point P from the fixed line D is perpendicular distance PM, okay. So M is the foot of the perpendicular. Now here, as the directrix D is passing through the point Z, okay, we make a construction in such a way that first we choose point Z, then we draw a line which is passing through Z and which is perpendicular to the x-axis, okay. So it is a fixed line, isn't it? Now since it is passing through the Z, means it is parallel to y-axis. As it is parallel to y-axis, therefore its equation is, since it is passing through this one, Z minus a 0, therefore its equation becomes x is equal to minus a. Look at here. This is obtained from a standard result, that is, if the line is parallel to the y axis, then its equation is given by x is equal to h. It may be plus, it may be minus. So the equation of the directrix becomes x plus a is equal to 0. Now we can find out the perpendicular distance PM by using the formula which we have learned in 11th standard, that is how to find out the perpendicular distance of the line from a point in a plane. So it is given by mod of ax plus by plus c by under root a square plus b square, where a and b are the coefficients of x and y. So if we compare these ax plus by plus c with x plus a is equal to 0, then we get coefficient of x a is equal to 1. Here look at this, there is no coefficient of x, means it is considered as 1. There is no term of y, means b should be 0. Look at this. And constant term, that is c is equal to a. Okay. So here Pm is equal to, substituting the values, a is equal to 1 into x plus b is equal to 0 and c is equal to a upon under root a square, that is 1 square, plus b square, that is 0 square. Therefore Pm is equal to only mod of x plus a by 1, that is Pm is equal to, simply we have mod of x plus a. This is nothing but the distance of the directrix from the point P. Now, according to the definition of parabola, or by using the focal directrix property, we have SP is equal to E into PM. But E is equal to 1, therefore we get only SP is equal to PM. And we want to find out the equation of the parabola, and for that purpose we have to use this focus directrix property. So we have found out one thing, that is PM. What is left there? ESP. So let us see how to find out that SP. I repeat it again. ESP can be find out by using distance formula, because we know the coordinates of S as well as P. Therefore SP is equal to under root x2 minus x1, but x2 is x, x1 is a, and y2 is equal to y and y1 is 0. So we get this SP. Now by using focus directrix property here, SP is equal to PM, substituting their values. Now here one has square root, one has modulus sign. To remove both the things, we have to take square of both sides. So squaring both the sides, so cancel the same terms, that is same magnitude, same sign. Y cannot be, y is only one term of y is there. We can cancel a square. So collecting the remaining terms, y square twice x plus twice, this is the required standard equation of the parabola. There are so many terms related to this one, that is again what is the focus of the parabola, then directrix of the parabola. From the diagram you may understand that here this is the, see it is rough sketch, okay. This is the diagram or curve of the parabola, okay. Now there is a fixed point S on the parabola which is called as focus. Hence the coordinates of the focus of the parabola are S is equal to A0, and wherever the curve of the conic section intersects the x-axis or axis of symmetry, now here the curve of parabola meets the axis at the origin O. Therefore the vertex of the parabola is origin O0, 0. The axis of symmetry of the parabola for this parabola is x-axis, okay, because if we see this curve lies half part below the x-axis and above the x-axis. We can prove this also. Let us see, the equation of the parabola is y square is equal to 4x. If we take square root of both the sides, then equal to plus or minus 2 under root a into x. So here, now this parabola is situated along the, that is about the positive x-axis. Therefore here we can take only the positive values of x-axis. Therefore if we take x is equal to 1, let us consider, for example, if we have x is equal to 1, then is equal to, that is for each value of x we get two values of y, and these are plus and minus, that is plus root 2a, suppose here it may be, and minus root 2a, means what, we get symmetric points for each value of x, that is if we choose one value of x, then we get two symmetric values of y which are situated exactly opposite to each other. Means what, this curve of parabola is symmetric about the x-axis. Hence, the axis of symmetry of the parabola is x-axis. Okay, axis of symmetry. Now, the fixed line is directrix D, and the equation of the directrix D just we have seen in proof, that is x plus a is equal to 0. Isn't it? X plus a is equal to 0, and that perpendicular distance is equal to x plus a, mod of x plus a. Now here, this point O is also lies on the parabola, because we have made the construction in such a way that OS is equal to OZ. OS is equal to OZ, that is distance of the O from a fixed point S to its distance from a fixed line D is constant and is equal to 1, that is OS is equal to OZ, that is if we take OS by OZ, then is equal to 1 is equal to E, and hence by definition of parabola we can say that the origin lies on the curve of parabola. Okay, so this is about the diagram, and we can see the extension of the parabola also. So what will be the extension of the parabola? Now here, to see the extension of the parabola, here we can have extension, means what, up to which we can extend the curve, that is what is the range or limit. Now you can see the curve of parabola here. If we look at this diagram very carefully, then we cannot extend the curve of parabola to the left side of the axis, isn't it? But it is an open-ended curve. It is an open-ended curve, and it can be extended to the infinity, because here the equation of the parabola is what? So, as x takes infinite number of values, therefore y also tends to infinity, isn't it? Therefore, this curve can be extended to infinity to the right side of the y-axis, because it is an open-ended curve. So, this is about the extension of the parabola. Now, there are some more important terms which are related to the parabola. These terms are focal distance, length of latus rectum, and the other standard forms of the parabola. So, focal distance means what? The distance, that is the distance of the point P from the focus S. So, how it can be given? So, we will see in the next part of the chapter.